Welcome everyone, my name is Lady Alex, and this is Say What with Lady Alex. Today I will be talking to you about a few of my passions and why I created this podcast. Aside from my photography and my many craft projects, my true passions lie with gaining knowledge and sharing it with people to help make a growing and positive community. With a country so divided politically, it can be hard to put aside the emotions that those types of topics can create. But today, we have the most incredible pleasure of speaking with an amazing mom. She is a spicy redhead who has lived one crazy life, but what she is most proud of is her passion for Blue Star moms. She herself has a son in the forces and comes from a long line of military background, so she knows a thing or two about sacrifice. With her experience, she knows the emotional roller coaster that it is to be on the other side of service. The waiting and the worrying and the struggle is exactly why this beautiful angel spends so much time involved in this nonprofit. Blue Star Moms is a nonprofit that donates their time, money, and emotional support, and we get to hear all about this amazing group of women and what they do. Welcome back to the 27 Studios, and we have the fabulous, most incredible woman that I've ever met. She has a vibrant personality, and I am just so excited to have her in our studios.
I'm so excited to be here.
Miss Joy Woodworth.
Hello. Here I am. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so excited to talk to you because you are an incredible woman.
Thank you.
You have beautiful babies.
Yes, I do.
Who are basically grown-ups now.
They are,
let's
pretty
be
much.
real.
Yeah, they are. They're men.
And you are a tax agent, or no, not a tax.
Insurance.
I mean insurance agent. You also are part of an incredible group called the Blue Star Moms.
Yeah.
So let's get into it because I know you're not from here, so you're kind of a transplant from
I am.
Indiana.
I originally, grew up in Indiana.
Perfect.
Moved out here in 1994.
And what brought you out here?
The mountains.
Yeah.
Snow, skiing. Where I grew up is very flat.
Okay.
And boring. And here everything is just amazing.
Yeah.
So
the scenery, for real.
I wanted to live where everybody came to vacation. And
That's
so
incredible.
Here I am.
And so did you have your babies then, or you just kind of picked up and moved yourself?
I picked up and moved with my future husband.
Okay.
I met him when I was working in Chicago.
Oh,
I was a
nice.
restaurant manager there.
Okay.
And I met him through work, and we moved out here to... Neither one of us wanted to raise our kids in more of a city or an urban environment because both of us he grew up in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay.
So we wanted to raise our kids where they had places to play, and so we moved to the mountains. We lived in Summit County up in Silverthorne for 26 years.
Beautiful area.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
What brought you locally to Grand Junction?
I can work where I live, which was
Nice.
huge for me because it's extremely challenging in the mountains
Yeah.
to live financially. And I love the weather here. I think it's the best. Everyone's like, oh, it's so hot. I love the heat.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't always love me, but I love the heat. And mild winters. But yet I am within, a
Super
brief
close,
trek to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Ski or go to Lake Powell, so it's kind of the best of everything this year. So, and I love Junction. I think Junction is going through what I think is a transition right now. So we have this amazing base of these incredible oil and gas guys and the blue collar workers and the guys that make the country run. And then we've got this new group of younger generation guys coming in that are more of the tech, more of the virtual, kind of like you, where they're bringing an entire new perspective on the economy to the.
For
and I
sure.
just feel like Grand Junction's going to pop in the next few years.
Well, I definitely know that it feels a little bit more hipster. That we
Very
have,
much so.
We have some really awesome new boutiques.
Yeah.
Some salons that are doing the whole kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some really cool restaurants.
Really cool restaurants.
Yeah.
That was the best surprise actually of the city was all the great places. I haven't had a bad meal yet.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
It is pretty cool. And
Yeah.
it's different from back east.
Yeah. Oh, very much so.
I took a trip just recently back east to my family's house in Kentucky, and you drive up to like anywhere, and they're like, "What do you want?" Oh, excuse me. Yes, please. And
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's just because I grew up here, but
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, Kentucky versus big difference.
Big difference,
Same
for sure.
Indiana. Yeah, big difference. Yeah, huge difference. So.
Okay, so now I know that you went to school for that, for the managing of restaurants.
I did.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what transitioned you into being more into the insurance side?
Yeah, I graduated from Purdue with a degree in restaurant and hotel and institutional management a long time ago.
Nice.
Managed restaurants for 15 years.
Okay.
Anybody who's ever worked in a restaurant knows it's not 9 to 5.
No.
It's physically very demanding.
Oh, yes.
It's not the greatest of pay. And when I moved here, I wanted to have kids. I had the house, the marriage, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you can't, I didn't know how to balance working till 2 a.m. and having a toddler. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So, and I was kind of burnt. So I got into banking, ironically, and then into mortgages. And I had a mortgage business in the mountains for 9 years.
Oh, wow.
And an insurance agent that I worked with consistently, and our kids went to school together, was retiring. And she said, you should interview, you should take this book over. And, my favorite line ever, whenever I do a transition in life is, I don't know much about it, but tell me more.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. And it was nothing like I thought.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was going to be like cold calling and sales, and there's some part of that, but to sit down with somebody and explain to them, okay, you just had a massive disaster at your house, or you were in a major car accident. This is how it's all going to work, and it's going to be okay. You're going to be all right, and this is how. But to sit down with them before it happens and say, this is how your policy works. This is a live piece of paper once you need to use it, and having somebody have that light bulb go on over their head and go, oh, I get it. Oh, that's why I have this. And people are willing to pay for good quality products and services if they understand what they're getting.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they just think, what's the price? What's the price? What's the price? But nobody asks me that when they've been in a car accident.
No.
Or when there's 3 inches of water in their house.
Right.
They don't ask me, what's my premium? They say, oh my gosh, am I covered? So that's always my goal, is to educate people, to help them understand so they can make the right decision about their coverages, which I think is the most important. That's what we do. That's what an agent should be doing.
Yeah.
And if they're not, you're talking to the wrong agent.
Yeah. Well, I know, just as kind of a younger person, it's not something that I think about that often.
Sure.
But then when I go to, Wine, Women, and Wealth events or talk to people who are in that industry, it's really shocking of how we should really be focusing early on this to plan ahead so we can be safe.
Yes, you want to know, you want to understand what you're buying early when you're young. That's when you want to place the life insurance when it's cheap. That's when you want to understand why your auto insurance is so expensive and how do I keep those rates down? Right. What do I need to do? Going out buying a brand new Audi and you're 21 and you're a male may not be the best move financially for you. So it's just working with people. And your generation is amazing. Everyone's like, oh, millennials. You guys are educated. You have financial power, more than the boomers nowadays. But I love working with this demographic because you guys, you get it. You don't want to be sold. You want to have a consult and then make your own decision, which is beautiful for insurance. So the more younger folks I talk to, the better.
Bare Elements Events, creating life's precious memories, one element at a time. Everything from planning events, providing talented DJs, or photographers trained to perfectly capture your life's moments. You'll receive personalized mementos you'll cherish a lifetime. For booking information, head on over to Facebook, Instagram, or bareelementsevents.com. Yeah, and it is true how we are trying to kind of change that. Let me just buy something from someone. I want to build that connection.
Yeah.
So that way I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I do feel that for sure.
Yeah. No.
Now for, the insurance side, I know that's probably your bread and butter there. But
it is.
Your passion, I truly feel like is
passion.
in your Blue Star Moms.
My Blue Star Moms. I am the biggest fan in the world of the Blue Star Moms. They started in 1942. Oh, wow. It is a national organization.
Okay.
It is recognized by the federal government, Department of Defense. We work with all of the military branches. But essentially what we are is we have active duty sons and daughters in the military.
Okay.
Whether that be, like my son, for instance, is in the Marine Corps, or we have a Blue Star mom whose son is now at CMU and as a veteran, and really just taking advantage of all the benefits of being a military veteran. But it's weird because he's 24 and he's a freshman in college, so dealing with those kind of, and transitioning out of the military is kind of top of mind right now for folks, because we see a lot of struggling guys coming back from Iraq, coming back from Afghanistan, or never leaving the country but coming out and going, I don't know what to do.
Right.
So Blue Star moms, we support each other. So, my son's about to deploy to somewhere else. I don't really know. But I know I can pick up the phone, call Blue Star mom, and the best thing she's going to tell me, or the best thing she's not going to tell me, is I'm sure he's going to be fine. Because the reality is, he may not be.
Right.
And that's a reality that we deal with every day of our lives, 24/7. And when we talk to our sons and our daughters, it's, you've got this, it's great, you're being trained, keep your head up, keep going. And then I go home and go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So we support each other quite a bit. Whether they're, my son's in boot camp. We have a mom right now whose son is in boot camp for the U.S. Marines in San Diego.
Okay.
He's halfway through. He's a Mesa County sheriff. Wow. We are so excited. He worked for years to qualify to go, because believe it or not, it's really hard to get into the military today, and especially the Marine Corps. It's physically brutal. Had an injury.
Oh, man.
Just found out today. And so we've got mom, we've got daughter-in-law, we've got babies, and, helping just coordinate with that. And what do we do? And so we're a support system for moms with anything you need. I need a dinner. I need a phone call. I'm having trouble with this. How did you deal with this? Or who do I call?
Yeah.
So we're a support system for that. We support our recruiters here in town, who are amazing.
Yes.
We love our recruiters. They're very supportive moms. They love to give us information about, hey, these are the moms, and we've got a recruit that, maybe mom's struggling a little bit, or she's trying to get in touch with someone, or there's some discord within the family and we're not quite sure. We're there for them, even just as a sounding board, to say, tell me what's going on.
Because you have a little bit of wisdom in that.
Been there.
It might not be the same situation, but...
And I may not have the answer, but I have an incredible group of moms that I can reach out to. So,
you can rally.
Yeah, exactly. And we can rally around that mom or whoever, the wife, the sister, the whatever, steps. So that's what we do primarily, is support that.
Okay.
We do ship out boxes to deployed troops.
Okay, and in these boxes, what do you put in them?
We put, first off, we put Girl Scout cookies, which are donated to us by the local troop here, which are amazing young ladies. And we still have 8 cases. So if you have a member in the service, find me on Facebook and send me their address, because we will ship out a box for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
But we put toothbrushes. We do travel size liquid soaps. We do lip balm. We had a Mary Kay rep in town that donated a bunch of lip balm for us.
Oh, man.
Because they're in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They don't have water.
Oh,
unless it's the desert. It's worse than Junction, right?
I was going to say, I'm in Junction and my lips are all peeling and I'm like, where's my chapstick?
There's times in Iraq when it's 120 degrees.
Whew.
And so anything that gives them a little taste of home, and just a little piece of comfort, beef jerky, any instant stirs like instant coffee, lemonade that you can, those little instant packs, any individual trial packs, stuff like that. Yeah, we'll put it in there. Puzzles, books, that kind of thing. And then we also stick in a card from Blue Star Moms, and we also collect cards that local elementary schools will sign and fill out, and we'll stick them in there. And I've had veterans come up to me that said, I was in 10 years ago. I still have the card that was sent to me in a box. I kept it in my pocket whenever I went out in the field. I always kept it because it reminded me of why I'm here and what I'm doing. And that's what they really need to know.
My mommy heart.
Yes, exactly. Right? It was like, try not to cry. So that's what we like to send. We do it as much as we can. And the U.S. Postal Service, and they're great, lovely, whatever, charges us $19.70 for every box.
Okay.
Because it's a flat rate. So we stuff those babies full of stuff.
Yeah.
And we ship it back. And then when they ship it out, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll ship it out to a company that may not have the support of mom and dad.
Okay.
Or may not have a family support. There are a lot of military members right now that don't have family. Or they have family that aren't quite on the same page of them serving. And whatever, that's fine. That's totally their right.
Opinion,
Sure, exactly. But they're still there doing their job for us. So we ship them boxes. We've pseudo-adopted a few military members that are like, Mom, and they come and visit us, or they send us pictures of them with their boxes. And, but that's our heart. That's what we do.
So incredible.
Yeah. And of course our kids get them.
Right. Why go out when you can stay in? Lady Alex specializes in fun ladies' night in parties. Pick a craft, pick some drinks, and let's make it an adult house party you'll want to have over and over again. And I don't know about you, but word of mouth is the best form of flattery. So head on over to your favorite platform and let's be friends. You can find me on Instagram as @thereal_Lady Alex or on Facebook at Say What with Lady Alex Podcast. Let's connect. Hey podcasters, musicians, or anyone needing a commercial. Have you heard of 27 Productions? Steven is a legendary producer with a master's in music production. His vibrant vision creates a bright passion for what he does. His expertise ranges from album production with various artists. Say What with Lady Alex Podcast, and many more. Head on over to 27 Productions Facebook and Instagram, and let's record! Be sure to like and subscribe and contact us for booking information, or go to bearelementsevents.com.
And then we also support our Gold Star families. So when we have a mom, a Blue Star mom, or a mom, doesn't need to be Blue Star, any mom that has lost a member in active duty, whether it be in field, killed in action, or by their own hands, unfortunately, that's an epidemic in our country right now. 22 service members a day attempt suicide. One almost every hour, 24/7, 365. And unfortunately, a lot of them succeed. So the method in which they pass is immaterial to us. We are there to support mom and the family, and we present them with a gold star and a flag and the whole and whatever they need. Whether it be, I've got family coming into town and for the funeral or for the services, we need a place for them to stay. How do I organize this with our veterans, with the VA or whatever? So it's just, again, a liaison. That's really what we try to be, and to be a support for that mom. We attend the funeral services every time. We try to be a presence there for them. And then we stay in contact with them. So we are always supporting. We've got a few in town, and unfortunately been to a few funerals this year. But we're just there to show our support and let them know, hey, you're not alone, that we're with you always. And that never changes. That's forever. So, and then lastly, we support our vets. So we work in the VA. Okay. We have a Veterans Administration liaison in the VA. Okay. And whether it be, we just go around and maybe help them in the parking lot with the golf cart up to the front door, read to them, play games. We did tea and cookies with the Girl Scouts with the vets one day. That was really cool. And just hang out and visit. Some of them basically live there. And so we do whatever we can to support them as well, because, I know with a Marine, it's once a Marine, always a Marine. You're never a former. So, we do our best to, because I would hope that there's a mom somewhere that would do the same for my son. So, and it keeps me close to my son. It really does. I don't get to talk to him as much as I want, and I don't hover too often, but 3 or 4 months go by, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? How's it going?
Tell me everything.
And then I get a text. Hi, Mom. I'm well. Love you. And that just shoots me over the moon, I bet. So that's when we're taking pictures of it and saving it. Yes. But so that's what we do, and that's my passion, and that's what I'm trying to do. The chapter here in Grand Junction is Western Slope Blue Star Moms. Okay. It started 2 years ago by a young lady named Cheryl Masters, who is from Bakersford, California. Okay. She's a Navy mom. Her son just went on his first deployment to parts not allowed to talk about 2 weeks ago. Okay. And she just has this passion. She works to pay. She works to support Blue Star Moms. That's what she does. It's 24/7 for her all day long, and she's a mom of 5 kids and still has time to do this, and it's just her passion. I came on board a year ago, and we have this incredible board that we just reelected. We just started our new year. Okay. And she started out with one other mom, and now we're up to 19. Oh, wow. So my goal personally, is to have 50 by next August, which is our national convention. Right. Okay. And to somewhere. We're not sure yet. But it's just, to me, it's an amazing group. I always say, I've had a few moms go, ooh, you're pro-military, you're pro this, pro that. Our politics are green. My best friend is a conservative Mormon. I'm on the total opposite side. We don't care.
It doesn't
We
matter.
love our kids. We love our families, and our politics are green. So we've had some folks on both sides that go, this. We don't care.
Right.
We don't talk about it. We don't have it. It's just all about our kids
It's about that
and our
community
families.
and that support
It's
system.
our community. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Which to me is so vital, and I don't know what I'd do without them.
Yeah,
I really don't.
honestly, though.
I really don't. We find moms every day that say, "What's a Blue Star mom?"
Yes.
And then we just enfold themselves.
Right? It's like,
Come
oh
with
my
us,
gosh.
Mama.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, because we get it. When I get that call from that mom who says, I haven't heard from my son in 6 weeks because he's in boot camp. So when you're a Marine mom, goes through 13 weeks, 91 days of no contact. They get one phone call within 24 hours. It's scripted. It's usually in the middle of the night. They're screaming, and they hang up. And then you don't hear from them for 10 days. Dead is just total silence. And then we get a letter, and it's a form letter. This is my address. I will be in contact soon. And then we have, I can reach out and say, hey, I really miss my son. And, no news is good news. And instead of Semper Fi, it's Semper Gumby, meaning instead of always faithful, it's always flexible, because you never know.
Yeah.
Something could change on a dime as far as a deployment,
Yeah.
as far as a phone call from a CO or something. So we're always there to support each other when those calls come.
That would be hard. I feel like
it is hard.
That's a pretty hard job.
It is hard.
Yeah.
And again, the only reason I do it is because I know they'll be there for me if and when I make that call.
Right.
So it's a huge support system, and it's great. We just love it. So I'm growing it. We're growing it.
Yes.
That's me, man.
I would
I'm all
love
about
to
it.
help you grow that, because I know that like you said, I'm sure that there are lots of moms out there who are struggling alone.
Yes.
Who don't really even know about this.
And they
even
don't need
existing.
to be. They don't need to struggle. We are here for them.
Yes.
Membership is $30 a year for a mom.
Oh, wow. That's really doable.
If it's dad, and we have single dads, you can be an associate member for nothing.
Yeah.
But we're there to support you. If it's grandmother, if it's wife, if it's sister, if it's cousin, if it's, whatever, if it's child, we are there to support those military families in any way we can. And, we just feel like if they're doing the ultimate sacrifice of, everyone says, what'd you do for your country? I said, well, I gave him my son. So that's kind of big, Him and his dad and I kind of said, yeah, here you go. But I just feel like we have an obligation in this country to support that military, regardless of our political affiliation or what we feel or what's going on. It doesn't matter. They chose to go and sacrifice their time and at times their lives.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, many times their mental stability for us, and we can never repay that debt.
No. Don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more about how amazing our local female community is in challenging themselves to make an incredible place to live. Next week, we have an awesome opportunity to chat with maybe you, so be sure to come back and hang out with us again. And saying horrendous things about politics to veterans or people attempting to go in, it doesn't do anything.
They don't care.
It doesn't do anything.
No, and they don't. They honestly don't care. I can tell you that.
They've made their choice.
That's it.
And as long as they can feel supported,
yes,
I don't think that it matters if you believe in what they're doing.
Right.
They believe it enough.
Absolutely. And as my son says, everybody has a different boss every few years.
Yeah.
I get a new one every 4 years. That's all. And sometimes I like my boss and sometimes I don't. But he's my boss, and that's pretty much, how I look at it.
Yeah.
It's his boss.
Well, and you're not fighting it for one person.
Correct. So. We're not fighting it for the boss. We're fighting it for the country, for the people that live here, for our families is who they're fighting for. They're fighting for your family, and it's just amazing. And it's just been really an honor and a privilege to be a part of it.
That's so incredible. I'm so excited that we got to talk about it.
Yeah, me too.
So let me know. I know you guys probably have a website or are working on a website.
We have a website.
Okay.
It's wsbluestarmoms.com.
Okay, and so that's for anybody if they're not local here for the Western Colorado Blue
Right,
Star Moms.
exactly. So we do have a chapter in Durango. We have a small one that's starting in Craig.
Okay.
We are trying to get one starting in Montrose because the Western Slope is a very, very proud military community. It's amazing. I'm blown away about it because I've lived in the Front Range, I've lived in the mountains, and Colorado's amazing no matter what, but I've never seen a military support that I've seen here in Junction and Delta and Montrose and the whole Rifle and Craig. It's just really been overwhelming.
That's really awesome.
So, and they can always find us on Facebook.
Okay, Facebook.
Yeah,
look up Blue Star Moms.
WS Blue Star Moms.
Perfect.
And send us some info if you have a member that needs a box that you want us to send them a deployed box. Let us know. We will be doing a packing this fall.
Okay.
Because we just had an incredible yard sale at the Elks Club, the Elks Lodge.
This past weekend,
and raised enough to put out about 67 boxes.
Oh, that's incredible.
So 19 moms, that's not enough addresses. So we are looking for more addresses to send. And if you have one in a company, we have ways of getting it to the company. So we can send 10 boxes to a company.
Oh, that is so incredible.
And the best part is when we get that text or that picture back from them saying, we really love the cheese and crackers.
Yeah.
You know, we're on these long flights and we don't have time to make a meal, or we're grab and go. And we just, but they love the cards. They love the notes. And you can sponsor a box for $20.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
That is
it's
so
really
awesome.
fun. It's fun. It's the best.
So get in contact with you on Facebook, majority, and we can get that to you.
And we do have an Instagram account.
Perfect.
I finally got it on. It's the same thing, WS Blue Star Moms.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
And I've actually found a few moms in the state as a result, because we share all this other stuff and they're like, oh, my son's at boot camp. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to talk to me right away. So it's been a huge resource for us. So
that is so incredible.
Just reach out. I'm there. I'm on the web.
Perfect. Well, that is incredible. Be sure to, if you hear this podcast and you have someone that you know who is either in active military or boot camp or a family member, please tag them and let's get them connected to this wonderful woman.
Oh, thank you. And this wonderful group.
Yes.
And this wonderful lady to my left, because you're awesome. And I love your energy. It's awesome.
Well, I love yours. You're spicy redhead. That's what I love.
Well, yeah. Not as spicy as I used to be.
Oh, come on.
All depends on who you talk to.
There you go.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Are you a rock star female of Western Colorado who's constantly working your butt off to achieve your goals? Would you like a chance to tell Lady Alex and your friends about your passions? Big or small accomplishments, I'm calling all awesome moms, bosses, wives, and all-around lady bosses out to be on the new Say What podcast with Lady Alex. Finally stop trying to make yourself smaller and spotlight all your accomplishments that make you a rock star role model of the week. You can apply on Facebook at Bare Elements, subject line Podcast Opportunities. Joy is such a vibrant and giving soul, and to hear about how she manages to live a life as a single mom with a full-time job and gives so much of her spare time to women who are equally solopreneuring their world while their child or husband or brother are willingly serving their country. It's not an easy job being a pillar of support for a local community, but somehow this energetic ginger goddess makes it look easy, and she doesn't stop there. With big aspirations and being a support for struggling women, you can always find Joy at a Wine, Women, and Wealth event or planning for a future where she can be proactive in helping women of domestic violence find their footing and take back their lives. She's an unbelievable mom, boss, and woman encourager, and I cannot wait to see where she goes. Thank you for being a part of my circle. You inspire me. Next week, be sure to come on back where we have Sandra Ruth Nunez Courier, an adorable kids librarian with some amazing job goals that we all want. If you liked this podcast and found any value in my words, please like and subscribe. Snap a picture and post it to your social media, and don't forget to tag me to get recognition in future episodes. That's a wrap.